Coming at you live from an Arctic Warrior Park over on the usually sunny side of the river at Moraine. It's fair to say conditions are far from great over here at Warrior Park, but we'll have football nonetheless, and Victory Cup quarter-final football it will be as University host Launceston City. I'm Damien Gill from FFT, bringing this one live to you with the Drewster Rooster, Andrew Cooling by my side. A very good afternoon to you, Andrew. It's going to be an interesting contest, albeit a cold one.
Yeah, absolutely freezing over here at Warrior Park today. It's going to be tough conditions, of course, this game being moved, such as the condition of other grounds, but obviously no issues at Warrior Park with the synthetic turf. So looking forward to this one. Always interesting at the Cup when you've got teams from different leagues competing. University obviously will come in today as, I suppose, the minnows, the underdogs, the southern champions down here up against the Launceston City side. I suppose patchy was the best way to describe their form throughout the back half of the season. At times they looked really good, then they had off weeks, but certainly a real strides forward type of year for Lonnie City. Really developed and really becoming a really improving team in the Victory League. So they'll be looking to end the year. I suppose this is realistically one of the couple of chances they have at silverware.
Yeah, and a good draw for them, to be honest, Drewster. They finished 8th in the first two seasons of the Victory League, shot up to 5th this year, which is massive for them. Really, as you said, took big strides this season, and credit has to go to Lino Shuley, who was awarded Coach of the Year last week.
And rightfully so.
At the awards dinner, and as you said, rightfully so. But they've got a good draw in the Southern Championship premiers in University. But while they are the minnows, and I guess deserved minnows coming from a competition less than the Victory League itself, they're a pretty handy team, and they've had a fair stranglehold over the Southern competition in recent years. And there's one player in that group that would walk into any Victory League side, and I say any Victory League side, and have a massive impact. And that's their skipper, the big fella, Luke Hoogsloot. As you can see here, Uni, not quite used to the way things run at the top competitions. All a bit confusing at the handshakes, but they'll get it right in a minute. But Luke Hoogsloot, right next to the referees there, he's rocking the double black glove. He is an exceptional player, and dare I say it, he's one player that him alone gives them a sniff today, and I truly mean that.
Yeah, he's the Lee Trundle of the Victory League, really. Of course, he was a player who played outside the Premier League for years when Swansea City were no good, and everyone used to say, nah, this guy is the best player outside the Premier League. Absolute star. Hughes is the Lee Trundle of Tasmania football. Just cannot be arsed playing at the top level. But geez, he is a class act on the field, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do today.
While we've given University and Luke Hughes a big pump up there, we have to look at Launceston City. They'll go in favourites, but they'll go in without one of their key weapons in Dom Rossi. He's accumulated cautions coming into the Cup have brought him undone, and he'll be missing for the big game. And that's a big one, Drewster. He's a key player for them.
Yeah, he's been a dominant force this year for Lonnie City. He pulled very well in the medal last week, and it's a big hole that they're going to have to try and replace. Obviously, they'll still go in as favourites today, but without Rossi and these tough conditions down south, how are they going to be after travelling? Plenty of interesting questions. It should be an intriguing afternoon of football here at a rain-soaked Warrior Park. We're just about to get underway. I've got to say, both sides are fairly up for it. A lot more casual, the Uni huddle, than the Lonnie City, the tight arms in now. Now Uni are just starting to get a little bit tighter. We're just kind of standing around doing their thing there for a moment. Just a bit more relaxed about it. A lot less at stake, I think, for Uni in this one. I mean, if Uni lose, everyone goes, it's expected. So that might just add a little bit of pressure to Lonnie City.
And Lino Shuley said yesterday in media, they haven't been to a finals-like atmosphere in a number of years. They've been stuck in the doldrums for some time. Now, this isn't technically finals, but a lot of people view it that way. It's at the end of the season, and the top teams compete in it. So he sees a massive opportunity, and not one that they want to exit out quickly. They really want to have a fair crack at this Cup and lift some silverware. And the improvement of the league is one thing, but if they add a cup to it, it's been some season for Launceston City. So they're out to win this one, and it looks like they'll be firing towards the highway here at Warrior Park. We'll call that the Marcus End. Just giving it a name on the spot. And down at the other end, I'm not exactly sure what we'll call that one. Come up with a name, Drew.
I've got no idea. I'm drawing blanks here, mate. I don't know how Marcus gets the highway. But, maybe Marcus should have the other end.
Also kicking to the Marcus end, which is the other one. So very confusing, but
A lack of creativity on my behalf there.
Absolutely.
I've
But
got that.
Jimmy Hordle officiating this one. University up and about. Jez Kent yesterday spoke very, very well. I tell you what, he could step up to the top league in terms of media work. He was very sharp on the tools, and he had a chat to Southern Cross and Win yesterday, and he said there's a massive opportunity. They don't get opportunities like this much at all. And although they've had injuries, they're up for it in a big, big way, and they'd like to take a scout.
Yeah, we're just about to get underway. Hugh Sloot and Jai David just up there. That'll be a dangerous partnership. Watch out for that. Two very smooth movers. And we're off here. Uni looking to take it forward. Hugh Sloot immediately onto it and will shift it back as they look to move around. Here's McGregor. He goes long down the line. Looking for Lagu. Cross to deal with him is Toby Amenahu. Stays in, whips his cross in. No one home and headed clear. Hugh Sloot lurking. But Lonnie City will clear. And as far as Booger, shifts it out to the right where he had absolutely no one in support. So Lonnie City will take over.
Yeah, I think he was looking for your man Ronald John out there. Couldn't quite get him as it goes over the top. DeGhetto looks to track it down. It's swept clear. University out of trouble for a moment. Duffy and Hoogsley collide, and Duffy comes off second best. It won't be the first time someone comes off second best in a challenge with Luke Hoogsley this afternoon.
And Greg Duffy's going to be very important in curtailing his influence. Just adds such a massive presence at the back there for Lonnie City. Probably the most important player, you'd have to say, Greg Duffy.
Yeah, I think so. Smith, obviously a quality player as well in the sticks, as he's driven forward. Looking for Lagu. He's got Amenahu for company. He guides it down the line. It just eludes the outstretched leg of a City player, and DeGhetto just keeps him honest, and will be out, and McGregor will bring it back in for a throw.
That's rugby league kicking for touch. That is an outstanding piece of work there. Just the field position he got. I don't know how that ball stayed in. Just crept along the line, and they've forced a turnover. So some good work here from Lonnie City, and it'll be Amenahu to take the throw. One of their really important key movers. We're looking for a big game. I'm not sure they'll have the fondest memories of Warrior Park this season. Lonnie City were absolutely dismantled here earlier in the year by Olympia.
It's been cruel to them, it has to be said. Smashed bill of the post as Matarozzi looks to bring it down. It's scurry clear, and Lagu just gets it up the field agriculturally. Met by Duffy on the volley. It's taken by Merry. He moves it out to the right and out of play, throwing from Shuley. Brought down. It's played forward. It's Bartlett who has it, squeezes it through the legs of Hoogsley. Those legs get longer. He gets it to Jai David. Goes back for McGregor. Comes off old Lex Luthor. It's picked up by Campbell. Just chips it into space and calls for DeGhetto to run. He does. He picks it up on the byline. McGregor for company. Holds it in. Goes back. Ping pongs around. Lagu's done well in the finish. Raking ball out of defence. It will be easily watched over by Amenahu, and Launceston City will have possession once more.
Yes, that's some good defence there from Uni, and a smooth piece of movement there from Lagu. He goes long over the top, seeking the run of Ronald John, but he couldn't get there, and surely goes long. He will regain the ball though, and they'll put out of play. So Launceston, the best of the attacking moments so far. Not too much action as of yet. Very much a rain-swept ground here at Warrior Park. Conditions aren't ideal. It's going to be tough when people sliding around. Certainly the ball should fizz off this surface. It's going to be very tough for the players out there today. Perhaps a little bit of a leveller. As Lonnie will take this throw. I'm very brave. The spectator just standing out in the rain there. Fair play, sir. Hoogsley lays it back to the bull. The veteran of the team, and he's been caught for a high boot here. Lex Luthor, as you've dubbed him, Damo. Just explain that one.
Lex Luthor, pretty easy, pretty straightforward one, and his 2015 Zimmer frame is serving him well. He's still looking the goods out there as he's driven along and into the box. Just swallowed by the gloveman in Griffiths. Rolls it out for his runners. It's a touch. It's brought undone by Matarozzi, and there's a collision as Booger looks to get it. Ruder picks it up for Launceston City, sweeps it back to his defence, but lets in David. If it wasn't for Butler, they could have been in trouble there. Ruta finds Campbell. He lets it run. He'll run and gun. Breezes past a couple. I think it's Legoo and who else have we got there? Booger that keeps him honest. They do well at the end to draw a foul, and it will be a student's free kick. Tell you what, the weather is dreadful, Andrew, as you can see the rain teeming in as it comes along, and Jai David comes across to provide a presence, but Amena who sees it out ahead of him.
Glad to see Jai David back in action. Of course, was at Kingborough Lions early in the years. Made the move to uni to get a bit more playing time. Playing up top here today is throw in. McGregor is unable to be controlled there by the big bull. Don't want to go out of play, so Lonnie with the throw. But you've got to say, Uni are looking up for this. They certainly look like they can match Lonnie City in the early going. They certainly look comfortable at this level. As the ball goes straight up in the air, it'll be Peter for in midfield. Here's the bull having a bit of an influence early. Shifts it out wide to the left to Legoo. He's been busy. He whips one in towards Jai David. The wind just takes a hold of that. And it's going to stay in play. It's ended up miles off where the cross initially was directed. But here come Uni forward. Jai David can't control it. And they lose the ball now. It'll be Launceston City. They're just about clear it. Force Uni back, but they go direct to Huxley. Lovely little layoff. Legoo in behind here, but Menahue did really well. First to get back up. The long legs of Huxley just cut that out. It's a real feature of his play. He might seem 5 metres away from the ball, but he somehow gets a leg in. He's so hard to get round.
Shades of Inspector Gadget with Huxley. They just seem to grow and grow and grow as you look to nip by him, and he just brings them in. He just always seems to find a way to capture the ball. Quality player is Huxley. Uncompromising in the air, real presence on set pieces, but he's also, don't disrespect those feet, he's very sharp with his footwork. They see it clear through Merry. That one's a bit of a shocker.
Not so sharp there by Merry in the clearance. A bit of a haphazard kind of hack at the ball, and it sprays well and truly out of play. Not any great distance on it. Put the pressure on them here. So a chance here for Toby Amenahue to make something happen. Plenty of bodies forward to aim for his throw. Goes direct, but well cut out. Here's Legoo, who's been very busy early, but he couldn't skip around Amenahue, and that's looming as a key battle, this one. Uni really looking to play down this left-hand side, and Amenahue so far doing a pretty good job in stopping those attacks.
He is indeed. Brewster, a bit of an insight to the viewers and listeners out there. We are virtually in a bunker. As you can see, we wipe the lens because we're out in the elements. Cameramen, commentators, producers alike, and it's not much fun outside of the football itself. So we've just got to focus on that, because if we focus on the conditions, we won't have much fun at all. As McGregor receives it back with a 1-2 from Huxley. He hustles and bustles with a Gusu. David involved. McGregor keeps the ball. He goes by Legoo. It looked like a foul against Butler as Legoo just got bundled into. Play goes on. McGregor sweeps it across from the byline corner. University.
Yeah, they probably could have drawn the foul if he had hit the deck there. He's off in the way. It's unfortunate. I prefer to see the fouls given even when they're there, but so often they need to hit the deck before the ref will actually do anything about it. But fair play, kept his feet, which is not easy on the slippery pitch out there. And corner opportunity for Uni, who are looking pretty good early on here, giving one or two things to think about. Legoo to whip this one in. Got some tall timber. Jai David got a piece of it. That's straight into the hands of Smith, and Launceston will counter back the other way. A very sharp throw, fizzes off the surface and looks to get it moving directly. Here's Matarazzi. What can he do? He slides it through the middle. Looking there for to get over, but he's not going to get that one. And out of play for a goal kick.
Brewster, it's still 0-0. I think we can still make predictions, can't we? What do you think this game will amount to?
Just sensing an upset. I know it might be, I've had 8 minutes in. We've had a look at Uni, so we know that they're competitive. I just feel that they're on at the moment, Uni. I'll go 2-1 University.
I'm not willing to make a call in terms of result, but I'm going to say this one's going extra time.
Extra time?
I reckon it is. I don't know, just got a vibe as it's coming through from David looking for Legoo. It bounces around. Legoo picks it up. Butler loses it for City. It's David. Picks it up out in front of Legoo, out on the left. Can he bring it down? With a cheeky step over. He looks to get past Menahu. He doesn't. Out for another corner, or is it?
Goal kick.
Caudle set a goal kick. Would have been a little unlucky here, Legoo. Oh, it's tough to tell from the replay whether it nicked any part of him. Menahu definitely was looking to get it out. Goal kick now for David Smith. Real improved player, I think, this year. Only played the back half for City last season, but geez, he's been good this season. Spec save of the year, of course.
That was a beauty, that one.
Oh, a slice of cheese against David. Your man into the book, Drewster. He's just collided into a Menahu. I wouldn't mind a replay. Menahu not in love with it, it's fair to say.
It did seem a little bit reckless from my man Joy David there.
I don't think the camera might have got away from it. It was that late. We'll see. Oh, no. Oh, that's a shocker.
He's lucky to still be on the park, to be honest.
Oh, that is a shocker.
It's a very high boot with the studs, and that's not particularly great there from Jai, and probably lucky he's only got himself a slice of cheese. A harsher ref might well have said, right, eh?
Off you go, mate.
Anyway, Lonnie City will take over, and David now has to just be a little bit careful. It was very late and unnecessary. I don't think there was anything malicious in it. It was just really poorly timed. There's Launceston City coming forward now through Bartlett. Going to work it down the left, and it might slide in behind for DeGhetto. But across to deal with that is Davies, who somewhat cheekily tries to take the throw in when it was clearly a Lonnie ball. Surely to take the throw in. Goes long, looking Matarazzi. Didn't get it. Rebounds high up in the air. Agusu brought it down, but across to deal with that was the big fella Merrick. Some serious tall timber at the back here for Uni. He is just a behemoth, Big Merrick. Posing figure at the back, some real size about them. Nilo 11 minutes in, and both sides looking up for the contest. Both sides looking like they can compete and maybe make a real game of this one. No real dominant side as of yet. Looking like a good game despite the appalling conditions. Launceston getting forward now, but again met with some resolute defence from University. There are plenty of men back here, quite parking the bus, but they're getting everyone back behind the ball, and Launceston have it. That's a poor pass there from the Bull. Turned it straight over, and now Launceston can't make the pace. They're just a little bit sloppy with the passing, both sides here at the moment, unable to just forge that chance.
We're seeing what happens a fair bit in cup football, Drew, so that feeling out period. Two teams that don't know each other all that well, just seeing what the other one's about. I think that's what we're seeing at the moment. Launceston City definitely looking to use their pace out wide, though, aren't they? As Bartlett picks it up. It's inside, looking for Ruder. He picks this one up, does Ruder. Rattles off a shot. It almost finds its way into the top corner, just wide to the right.
First real shot and anger there, and he puts the laces through it. It's a good hit from a long way out. Going just wide. Had the keeper scrambling there for a moment. In these conditions, why not go the long shot? Just flying over the top, but first shot across the bows there for Launceston City as it goes up the field and nicely headed down. Can they build from this? They move it forward quickly, and a touch was just a little bit heavy from Legoo. Just allowed the defence to get in, and now back the other way. And Rossi and play on. Thought he probably was fouled there, but got enough of the ball. Anyway, here come Uni charging forward. It's a poor pass. Poor delivery. Got hit feet, and now Launceston back the other way.
Oh, look at the long legs of Merry go.
Jeez, it just takes 5 steps, and he covers about 20 steps of the opponent.
I tell you what, real gallop from the Merry man. He's Aguzu just squeezes the ball into the box there. It's swept away to Uni. It's there for Hoogsley, just eludes him. Oh, he does well, slides away from Ruder.
Oh, he's got ball there.
Oh, jeez, he's stiff, I reckon. Watch this again. Hoogs lured in. I thought it was a terrific tackle. Slide. He's won the ball.
It's a cracking challenge. That's how you want your defenders challenging.
Oh, yeah. And Hoogs looked rightfully filthy.
Yeah, pretty aggrieved.
And not a great space to be giving away a free kick either.
Dangerous area, isn't it? It's a good set piece opportunity now for Lonnie, and one that they're fortunate to have, so they'll take it. Yeah, it did appear to get the ball there, Uxlute, so harsh decision. Campbell standing over this one. Amenahue now comes across to join him. Just discuss what they're going to do. I'd be surprised if it was anything other than a shot. Looking to maybe just get it to bounce before the keeper here. It's very slippery surface. It'll be tough for a keeper if he can just get the dip. He goes that approach. And it's well saved in the end by Griffiths. One that he should save, but he had to do so. Curling in low, bottom corner there. He gets across and covers it well. Always tough when those ones bounce just a metre or so before you in these type of conditions. You can never really trust the bounce. He's done well, McGregor. Corner for Launceston.
Corner for Launceston City indeed, and it's Campbell over it. Another one of these improved Launceston City players. He drifts the ball into the box. It's met with a head by Butler. It's in the box. It's a goal mouth scramble. Seen clear from Hoogsley, but maybe not clear enough from DeGhetto. Brought back in through Campbell with a shot. They get it out now. It's Duffy who skies this one. The clearance he'd like to have again. University with the throw. We're 16 minutes old, Drewster, in this ball game. And 0-0 probably a fair reflection.
Yeah, Lonnie just starting to get a little bit on top over the last few minutes, just starting to impose themselves, but it's been a pretty even game so far. Pretty cagey affair by large. The conditions aren't exactly making passing the ball terribly easy, so I think that's why we've seen quite a few turnovers. Uni have been quite solid at the back. They've got that back four, and they've got midfielders constantly dropping back. They're going to be pretty tough to break down this afternoon, I'd imagine. Looking to play a bit more on the counter attack. And Lonnie City, therefore, having to make the running in this game, and in the Victory League, probably not something they've had to deal with a heap as this ball's played in and not quite cleared. Fighting hard for it as a Gusu, and now here's surely this one well behind, and that'll be a goal kick, pretty harmless. As I was saying, they've a lot of the time supposed to come in as underdogs in the Victory League this year, and obviously today coming in as the red hot favourites. It's just a slightly different approach to the game.
It was a good header from Butler, you got to say. He rose high, but it went straight down, and Big Mary was there just to see it clear, and then you see the big tall figure of Luke Hoogsley, and he's a massive force. Be big as this game ticks on. Scooped over the top, looking for Bartlett. He tracks it down. Pressure from Mary, sees him run it out of play, so a throw in for the Bumblebees.
The Bumblebees, indeed. Lovely little turn there from Booger, but he just ran out of space, and Matarosi forces the turnover. Whoa, tough coming together in midfield there. Coming off second best was Davies. And the referee just says, yeah, he's up there, boys. Davies certainly clattered into there. And free kick. I think he'll be alright, just a little bit winded. I hope he's alright. A little bit worse for wear. Very heavy coming together as we have a look at the replay here. Lucky little turn there. Booger just didn't quite have the space. He's up in the air and yeah, just absolutely clattered into there by Matarosi. Probably just a free kick though. Just about ready to start again now as all appears well, and it's going to be Big Mary to stand over the ball, the big fella. Just launch this one forward, I reckon, although not a lot on offer. He does drive it down wide right and puts it straight onto the roof of the Olympia change room. So not his best work there, Big Mary. Just thumped that one straight out of play, and I'm sure the wind is that much of an excuse. So surely with a throw, he'll go down the line. Gathered there by Bartlett, but he's immediately surrounded by the Bumblebee shirts. So they go the more direct approach, and that's headed clear. Only as far as Rouger, and now a shot comes, it's fired well wide. So far being restricted to shots from range here at Launceston City. It's a pretty solid display at the back from the students. They look well organised. As this game begins to progress, we're seeing more of them sitting back, and Launceston dictating the tempo, and Mary, who's been doing goal kicking duties, has scuffed that one a little bit. Now Uni looks to charge forward, but that's well cut out, well read, and Launceston move it forward, but it's deflected high up into the air. Some nice work there by the Ghetto, and now across to Campbell. That's not the best cross I've ever seen. That one floats over the net. So the end product not quite there at the moment for Launceston. They are starting to get on top of this contest though.
They are indeed. They're just clawing on top and starting to pose some questions with Griffiths and that tall University defence. Merry over this ball. Never a great sign of a goalkeeper for mine when a defender's taking your goal kick. But anyway, as the ball comes along, flicked on from Hoogs Luke. He finds David, sees it back. It runs along this plastic turf. Oh, it's David who almost gets it by Menahu to pick out Legoo. Wobbles around. It's a handball against Campbell, so University can just settle for a bit. They have been quite frantic in their movement. We've seen a lot of really quick exchanges from University, really trying to get things moving and play short and sharp stuff. Here they might just try and use a key weapon in Hoogsley. The big Lex Luthers over this one. It's over the ball. Drifted in from big Lex, and it's headed away from Duffy and out for a corner. So danger still there for Launceston City.
Yes, well, headed clear there at the back by Big Duffy, dealing with that in a no-nonsense manner. And corner now, University. You feel this is an area they might threaten. They've got some really tall tip, near post, and flicked in. They've taken the lead here, University. I think it's Millington who scored the goal.
Big Millington.
Near post header, the flick on. Well, indeed, they looked a threat from set pieces with their height. This one just whipped in near post. It's a very nice header, just gets in ahead of the defence, and that is textbook. Pick that out, says Millington. And University, it's a little bit against the run of play. Their first moment of attack in a while. They've taken the lead here. Game on.
What a header from Millington. That was sharp as.
That's Timmy KLS, that stuff. Near post flick on. That's classic stuff. And
really sharp work from Millington. And as you said, the students take a lead against the flow of play. Hoogs lead across as a bit of an enforcer, sees this one out. They were always going to pose a threat from the set piece, weren't they, Drewster? With the players they have at their disposal, a lot of tall timber. There's always going to be a danger for Launceston City as it's picked up from Legoo, put into the bullseye, and it's David who wins it. He races away. He's got Bartlett keeping company. He squeezes out to the right, finds Ronald John. He's trying to nip in. Shuley sees it away from him and out for a student's throw in.
Defended there by Shuley. He had to be good. It was Uni surging forward, buoyed on by the confidence of that goal. Here's Ronald John. He's dispossessed and will go out of play. And they'll relieve the pressure for the time being. University showing plenty here early on. Here's the raging bull. Gives it across now. And immediately Launceston City able to force that turnover. They go along, but it's cut out there by Big Mary. Here's a Goosu who's harassed down there, and he draws the foul in the end. Plenty of contact. It's Olympia looking pretty happy up there in the rooms there. No doubt it's been celebration time for the Warriors here at Warrior Park this week. They're, of course, the second game against Northern Rangers. We'll be bringing that one to you after this one. It's not a bad little crowd building considering the weather here.
Conditions are appalling, let's be honest, Rooster.
Not a day you want to be sitting outside watching football, I would have thought. So credit to anyone who's come out to support the teams here today as the throw in down the left hand side and nodded out of play. Uni pretty confident now they've got that goal. McGregor with a throw in. He looks to the feet there. Booger. He just tried some fancy footwork and couldn't quite keep it in there down this left hand side. Playing in very tight corridors. So Menahu. Some boys too back there, just throw it back to Duffy. He wasn't able to borrow that though. Launceston City working into a good position for the throw. They find something. It's well read, well cut out there by Millington, the goal scorer. An impact at both ends, the big fella. Launceston should be a little bereft of ideas at the moment. Really threatened now. They get the throw to the byline, but again, Millington across to deal with it. Some very solid defensive work from the students here. Nice work cutting that one out by Ruta. Looking to turn was Campbell, but he turned into trouble, and then Hugh slewed across, and again, University just whack it out of play. You can see all the shirts they've got back. A very compact and organised defensive unit here at the moment, making life difficult. And Menahue with the throw-in. Narrow confines of Warrior Park always lend themselves to a bunch of throw-ins in games. That's what we've seen early on in this one. At the moment, just play being bogged down on the right-hand side for Launceston, left-hand side for Olympia. They throw into the box. Towards Bartlett, he's surrounded, and that's well done there by Legoo. Although he's been put up for a foul, so a very dangerous area, this one. Good set-piece opportunity to get back in the game as we have a look at the replay, and yeah, just following through. Little overzealous there was Legoo on Bartlett, and terrific opportunity this one. Really dangerous area for Launceston to try and work something. Given the conditions, you'd want to be just teasing this one in towards the box. Certainly the height advantage very much with Uni. What can Campbell conjure up here? He goes flat. It's well dealt with there. Millington and Merry across to see it out of play. And it'll be a corner for Launceston. Campbell again with a chance to whip this one in. Dangerous looking ball, but no one home, and headed across by the big bull, and now looking to counter a University back the other way through Burgess. Rather cynically brought down there by Shuley. Smart foul to make, I think, defensively. I'm not sure how he's escaped a yellow card, though.
That's definitely a cheese if... yeah, there's not much in terms of winning the ball. It's just more or less taking him out.
Just a smart professional foul, I'd have thought.
Yeah, it's a good foul, but it's one that
it's a very good foul now.
Payment for.
Very good foul now because he hasn't even caught the cheese.
Ball bounces into the boxes. Uni look to go on another foray forward. It's picked up by Smith though. Rain not going anywhere, still coming down here at Warrior Park as it's driven along, and the goal scorer Millington nods it out of play. So a corner for Launceston City, and a real opportunity to peg one back and level the score. It's been an arm wrestle more or less.
Uni have gone to their shells a little bit since getting the
lead.
They
have.
As they're well entitled to, they're going to sit back and make it very hard to be broken down.
But Drewster, are they inviting pressure on themselves? As Campbell takes this one, lofts it into the back post. It's over every black and white shirt. It's seen clear by Uni, but it's still in the danger zone in that front third. To Ghetto with a throw in. The ponytail throws in, back through Bartlett. Just nudges it into Ugusu. The big Lex Luthor wins it for Uni, and they're at the races. There's Ronald John with a ball. He looks to nip by Shuley. Shuley does well, really. Holds him up, wins it back for City. Nice bit of work from Alex Shuley there, because it looked like University might be on a quick break.
Need to play it forward quickly to the Legoo there for mine. He's tried to hold up and take it on a man. Probably just need to chip one over the top, make it a foot race, but in the end, some good defending by Shuley. A little heavy touch there was the rampaging bull, but didn't matter too much now. Through the middle, this is dangerous. Campbell's touch in the end turned over. You might win it back though, but University of the shirts there. McGregor a little bit too casual, and now here's Matarosi the other way. What can he pick out in the box? Nothing. That's a really poor effort, although on the follow through there, I think McGregor's fouled him. So it's going to be a free kick in a good area again for Launceston, and just unnecessary that from McGregor. Have a look here. The afters, Matarosi charging forward, and McGregor just clips him afterwards. And I mean, look, it was a poor cross. They'd been let off. They would have had the goal kick, and now they invite another set piece opportunity. Just a little overzealous there.
Overzealous and poorly timed. Should have really pulled out of the challenge before it got to that. The cross had already come in. Wasn't much to be gained from a University perspective. Campbell with a golden opportunity for Launceston City as they continue to pile on the pressure. Campbell now just rockets it straight into the two-man wall. He's back out of play, so get a reprieve and another bite of the cherry. It's out for, I think it might have gone corner. Maybe it's a deep throw. Camera moved a little bit. So Launceston City with it to do, Rooster. They're 30 minutes old. The favourites under the pump. It's a deep throw from Campbell. He throws short to Gusu. Looks to be tricky. Definitely not what the Hoogloot tried for. Just look to help it up the park, and that's exactly what he does. David now battles with Butler. Butler does well. Gets by a couple, finds Ruder. He's pressured. He's smothered out of it. He's out for Legoo, and it just runs away from him. Couldn't bring the wet pill under his spell. He's out for a throw-in. Duffy bring this one in. Looks inside. Plenty of options. Down the line he goes to a Gusu. He uses the goo to run it out of play and keep it moving City's way. At the top to Matarozzi, maybe a little bit too clever and tricky for his own good. Over his head and out of play. So University will get a bit of time just to take a look at things, and it's the goal scorer who will take the goal kick.
He's doing it all there, Millington. Back to that goal. What a header it was. Really difficult skill to execute that one. The near post flick on. He buried it. City looking to go forward, but breaking up the play here is Jai David. What's he got ahead of him? Nothing he can reach. It was well cut out there by Butler, who's had a pretty solid game so far for Launceston. Well, that was a really poor touch by Ronald John. Turned it over, and they might get caught out the other way now. Charging forward here is Bartlett. Got a couple to pick out in the middle, but he's got to deal with the Booger first. Now support comes across in the form of the Bull, and they force a turnover, so good defence again from the students here. How can they hit them on the break? Direct ball is played through, looking for the run of Legoo, but across to deal with that, the ever-reliable Greg Duffy, who suggested he should have got a free kick, and in the end, I think that is the case. Very belated decision. Another throw in. It's gone Launceston's way. Anyway, play on here as Butler goes back. Duffy closed down by David, but got rid of it in time. The Bull in the midfield with the header that goes straight to Bartlett. He'll pass it back. Struggling to break down University here, Launceston. They're a very organised defensive unit, and they just look a little bit out of ideas and how to get through them. They've had plenty of set pieces, but haven't really created too much in the way of chances.
Yeah, University, as we said, Southern Premiers 2 years running, a really decent side. Although they're not in the Victory League, they're no mugs, that's for sure, and they're showing that right now. The ball comes out of play for a throw-in. Brought in, down the line it goes as Hoogloot, who does well to put it into the path of David. Swept clear from him by Butler. The Ghetto should pick this one up, maybe a little bit clumsily. Comes into Legoo and lets in McGregor. McGregor racing away now from the byline, looks to squeeze out across. He's put it up against the Ghetto and out for another corner. Can University make it 2-0 here against the Flow? 33 minutes old, and their goal to the good. Another goal would make things very, very difficult for Launceston City in what can only be described as pretty torrid conditions here. Legoo over the ball to bring in a cross. Gets good purchase on his Hoogloot, who meets it with a head at the same time as Smith. Falls from Millington. Back out for Legoo. He gets the pitching wedge out for this one. Puts it high and long. Helped further by Bull. Hoogloot under it again. Wins the ball. Bull back in to the danger zone. Almost falls for Millington. It's there for Legoo. It's chaos in the ball. In the box, rather, as it runs away and it's picked up by McGregor. I tell you what, Drewster. There were cries for handball, cries for fouls, but play went on as McGregor squeezes out a ball out onto the right. It's picked up well by Campbell. He's bustled out of it by John. It's a throw-in. Plenty happening in this ball game.
Yeah, very exciting game so far. That one bobbling around there in the area. Plenty of shouts for penalties. I don't think there was anything too dodgy that went on there though, so the referee right to wave them on. But every time they've had a set piece, they've really looked to threaten Unity. Those big bodies causing some real issues for Shuley's men. And they've already scored from one. certainly looked a threat each time. More of a threat than Launceston have given them, despite certainly more corners and free kicks in good areas. So something to keep an eye on. University are just going to sit back and play a pretty defensive, compact style of game, and then look to take their chances from set pieces. Hughes Luke couldn't control that one, and neither could Campbell, and again it's just thump long. Pretty tough day to control the ball. Really wet conditions, howling winds. It's tough out there. 34 minutes gone. University leading Launceston City 1-0. The scoreboard's the wrong way around there. If you've just joined in.
Yeah, I only just noticed that. Ash Wilkes.
Here's the students ahead.
The students are up. City. Launceston City fans would have been up and about tuning in, but I'm sorry, University are up. As it's Ronald John on the ball. Comes back for David. Seen clear from Shuley. Just roll out. Picked up in the end by the Gloveman Griffiths. We'll look to correct that one in due course. As it's pumped long from Griffiths. One by David. Ruder brings it down. Looks to find Shuley. The wet ball not easy to control. And he's in a foot race now with John. He uses his strength. Watches it out. It was all a bit grubby from him in the end, and he's given them a corner. Not his finest work there, Alex Shuley.
Yeah, just put under some pressure there. So some good pressure here from Uni, and another set piece opportunity. They've posed a real threat from these ones. It's going to be Lagu to whip it in. It's a teasing ball that floats over all comers though. No one at the back.
Look at those long legs go again from Merry.
Long legs are big Merry, the first to chase it down. Probably not what they expected him to be up the corner for, chasing after those ones. That was a dangerous ball. Well kept in there by McGregor, and he'll go the director out to Hugh Sloot, who just snuck him behind the lines, but he was offside.
He's got a cheeky grin on. He thought he was in on goal. I tell you what, it would have been 2-0. You don't give Hoogsley chances like that. He'd bury it every single time as Ruder picks it up in the bullseye. Plays back for his skip. Puts it along to Shuley. I dare say a Don Rossi would be pretty handy right now. Matarazzi looks to slide and keep it in, but can't.
Yeah, they've lacked that, I suppose, midfield general to make things happen so far. They've got the ball into wide areas and tried to get balls into the area, but just not a lot happening. Struggling to break down this University side.
Well, Rossi is one of those players that they throw him around, but he's just a real spark for them when he's on the ball. And he's someone they'd like to have out there. They've had a couple others as well, Trethowan throughout the season. He's been a really handy player in midfield. They're just, yeah, as you said, they're lacking someone just to really lead them right now. It's McGregor gets by Duffy, puts it out into space, but that's all it is, and Smith will pick it up at the edge of his box.
Yeah, David initially started on making that run, then changed and made another one by the time the pass had come through. So just rolled straight through to the keeper there, as this one's long, and again, it'll easily be picked up by Griffiths. And just lack of creativity at the moment from Launceston. Maybe just needing a player who can get on the ball and run at the defence, beat a man, make something happen at the moment. A little bit devoid, and again, just overpass there from Agusu. Touches a little bit heavy. Conditions certainly not helping that. So that's an intricate ball played in, but well cut out. Danger only slightly repelled, and now it's a powerful shot, which is well held in the end by Griffiths. It was DeGhetto who launched one, but straight at the keeper, and well held in the end by Griffiths, who's now launching it long the other way. It's competed for in midfield by Ronald John. This is back around. And I have no idea what's going on your screen here. Watching a bit of reverse football. That was slightly confusing looking down the screen for a moment there. Anyway, it's University with the ball on the right-hand side. It's Jai David, who's done well to draw the foul, just held onto the ball. You knew what he wanted to do as soon as he got it. He just wanted that relieving free kick, and he finally earned it. Some good hold-up work there by Jai David.
He's a real enigma, is David.
Hasn't been his best game so far, but he's
one of those types. You can have the good, bad, and the ugly all in one game. It's pumped along and strong. It's there for David.
There's the good.
There's the Hooks like, oh, got excited.
There was the good. That flick on, mate.
Flick on from David and Hooks like with a turning volley.
I've seen him
pretty awful, really. But, geez, I got excited. Hooks like, they're just showing the threat he does cause, though. Drewster. Half a chance that could have easily gone in if he got decent purchase. Not his best hit, though, and Smith will bring it back in for Launceston City. Quality gloveman. Long and strong beyond halfway over the head of Bartlett. There for Campbell. He's in a foot race with McGregor. McGregor more or less gives it to Campbell. He finds Ghetto. Some magic little footwork. Guides it along. There for a turn. It's Bartlett. He squanders a chance to fire a goal. He tried to pick out Ruder wide on the left. He's overshot it and it's out for a goal kick.
Oh, it was a really poor error. He had him completely unmarked there at the back post, just slided across to him, and it was going to be a really good chance. The chance came about as some pretty poor work from McGregor there, just got a bit careless. Ghetto taking on, making things happen, and then, yeah, just hacked the ball. If he could have just kept that one down a bit, it would have been a really good chance. University just need to be careful playing out from the back there, that they don't get themselves into trouble, and that's a pretty poor goal kick. It goes straight out of play and will invite the pressure back onto them 5 minutes before half time. Well, he would dearly love a goal to bring themselves back into this contest and go into the sheds on terms. Uni, I think, will be just hoping to see this next little period out. They'll be more than happy to just scrap it out for the next 5 minutes and kill some time. This one will skew out of play and be a throw in.
Jeez, it's not warm here, Drewster. Conditions not great, not conducive to great football, but it's a great contest nonetheless. As Gusu looks to turn with it. Swept clear, it's there for Hoogsley. Looks to keep it in, it's seen out from Duffy. And out off the big tall figure of Luke Hoogsley last, so a throw in. Duffy down the line. It's met on the volley by Merry. Bartlett gets involved. Oh, it's clumsy stuff at the back from City, but they might get out of here. Oh, Hoogsley comes in and tries to rattle off a shot. It hits a couple of bodies and it's out there for Shuley. Uses body pressure well. It's gifted back to John. Clumsy pass from Duffy. John keeps it from the byline. He'll look to measure a ball. Unfortunately, the line beats him. As we see this again from Shuley, it was a nice bit of work outside of the original effort. Good body pressure. Comes long and strong. Ghetto there, looking to run onto it. The Goo does well. Does really well. Wins it back for the students. Throwing now for University. Really good start for the students. They come into this game underdogs. They've brought the challenge. Duffy meets it. David comes in with a very late high foot. Could have easily seen the end of Jai David's day, to be honest, being already walking the tightrope. It's very reckless
for a guy on a yellow. Very reckless.
He plays the Jai David way, mate, as it's brought in from Hoogsley into the box. It's over the head of John, and they should see clear from Matarazzi. Shocker, bull! Oh, the big bull with a shot from downtown. David, it looked like it was through his hands and wide. Has to be a corner. In what world is that? We see the big bull just rattle off a shot. We'll watch this again from Smith. Definitely touches the glove. That's a shocker.
They've really invited some pressure on themselves, Lonnie. Playing out from the back today, they've turned it over in very dangerous areas on at least 3 occasions. So this one whips in, the keeper will deal with that, but they've really, they've performed out their own downfall to a certain extent this first half. They've just been really casual playing out from the back. And there's been some good pressing by the front three of Uni. Again, we see Jai David closing them down. They've hassled them well, they've pressured them. They've kept most of their bodies back, but the ones who've stayed up there have really worked hard, and of course these turnovers. They've just got to watch themselves, Launceston.
Must be said, University, Victory League clubs watching on, there's a couple of players here that'd be very handy in a Victory League setup. Namely Luke Hoogsley, the likes of McGregor as well, he'd also be very handy. Oh, he's almost letting Ghetto here. Luckily he's wise to the situation, sees it out.
Obviously Clarence United, the team that got promoted from University's league, finished very close to them on points. Well, that's dangerous cross over the top, so they get promotion next year. And I suppose they'd be encouraged by this display from University. This is obviously not a heat between the two sides. University just shading them in a very exciting league battle, that one.
Yeah, well,
on the final day.
Final day, and it was a draw, 3-3 all draw, and if Clarence had won that, they would have won the league. So that's how close it was, and how closely matched those two teams are. So you're right, Clarence would draw confidence from this, knowing they can match it with the University. On this display, they can obviously match it with Lonnie City. Having said that, Lonnie City far from their best as the ball bounces through. Hoogsley toes it to Legoo. One-on-one with Smith. He's offside. Oh, no. It looks certain to be 2-0 for the Students, but the linesman thwarts it.
Oh, you've got to stay on side there.
Comes long and strong, chipped over the top from DeGhetto to Bartlett. Will they catch them on the break? He nips inside, fires off a tumbling shot. It comes through Agusu, fires again, saved from Griffiths. He follows up with another save, and it's out for a corner.
Still the old 2-goal turnaround there. I was looking for all the world like Uni were going to score. It comes up the other end, and this was very, very close. He ratcheted that one. Well saved there by Griffiths. He's done well with the double save. Up the other end, really. You've got to stay on side. Corner's whipped in, back post, headed home.
There you go.
Bartlett hammers it home on the stroke of half time. What a blow to University. Launceston City level this one up. A powerful header. Wicked corner to the back post. And rising high there was Bartlett. And a very convincing header to knot this one up right before half time. Crushing blow for Uni, that one. They were so close to heading into the sheds with the lead. University level now with Launceston City at 1-1 here at Warrior Park. Bartlett the goal scorer.
A good goal from Bartlett, but University will be livid. Jez Singh in his technical area will have every right to be filthy that they didn't go 2-0 up. And from there, it's pretty tough for Launceston City to get back at it. Go straight down the other end, have a chance to score. It goes out, and then they do score. And it's 1-1, and we've got a ball game in a big, big way. Students only have themselves to blame, though.
It's a good header. Uni have looked to have the aerial advantage with the set pieces throughout this game, but not this time. Bartlett rise high. Last chance of the half will go Uni's way. Hugheslute's push. It's a penalty! Oh, a little shove in the back of Hughesluite. And the referee has no hesitation in pointing to the spot, and University with a chance to regain that lead. It's appeared to be a bit of a push. Hughesluite threw himself forward a bit dramatically and gets the decision. There was definitely a push on him. You don't often see them given, but to the letter of the law, absolutely there.
That's
and a great chance.
Oh, look at this, the Bull.
The veteran, the Bull, will step up to give University a 2-1 lead. And yeah, absolutely, to the letter of the law, there's a penalty.
Yet again, the threat of Hoogslute. That's what he does. He worries you.
So the veteran.
The big Bull.
They've gone to the veteran. Will he have the cool head required to restore their lead? It's been a dramatic end to this half. University to answer right back. The Bull puts it home. 2-1 University. And that is half time. Well, drama here at Warrior Park. It's all been happening the last 2.5 minutes. Launceston City equalising, but a penalty awarded to Luke Hughesluite and dispatched by the Bull has restored their lead. 2-1 here at half time at Warrior Park. And it's going to be a cracking second half if that first 45 is anything to go by, Damien.
You're dead right, Drewster. Right on the edge of half time. We've had 2 goals, and University looked like they might rue you a missed chance just a couple of moments ago, and now all of a sudden they go into the sheds 2-1. A good half, and then Launceston City with it to do. Of course, coming in strong favourites against the Southern Championship underdogs, who have looked very, very good value in the contest so far. We'll look through the highlights, Drewster. You can talk us through these and maybe some of your best players and best moments from the course.
It's been a really scrappy game as we look through the highlights for the most part. Set pieces have been all 3 of the goals, a penalty and a couple of corners, as you see here. Launceston grew into the contest as it went on. University were matching it with them early, and then there was just a little period where we see Launceston just starting to get on top. But they were really compact in defence. I think you've got to take your hat off to the back 4 of University. I think McGregor, Millington, The big fella Merry, they've just been outstanding. They've been absolute rocks there. Hughes Luke's worked really hard both ways. The Bull, just a real steadying presence there. But it's been a really organised defensive unit here from University that's absorbed the pressure, and they've really restricted Launceston by large to these type of shots from range. They haven't had the clear-cut chances. They're crossing, they've forced them wide, and the crosses just haven't been good enough. It's been a rare occasion when a cross has picked out a target. As we see, University, most of their threats come from set pieces. They've been pretty compact and organised, and here was the goal. They'd absorbed a bit of pressure. This is the first time they'd had attacking for a while, and what a great header that was by Millington. Made the run near post, and that is as good a header as you'll see. Some nice delivery in there, and that was 1-0. And from there on, we saw Uni were just happy to sit back. Really lucky to avoid a yellow card there, was surely. But set pieces continue to be how they threaten. This one coming close, the keeper Smith and Hughes-Lute really clashing there. The other end, stinging the palms, but a good save by Griffiths as Launceston just started to get on top of the game. As it wore on, we saw them start to just get on top a little bit. Bartlett was making things happen, Campbell was making a few things happen. It's been a tough day for them though. They've not had a lot of space, and the first touches haven't been great because of the weather. We saw that. A good save, I thought, from Smith. The referee saying, no, nothing in it. I'm going to give you a corner there. But late in the half was when the drama really happened. We thought we were going to head in 1-0 University. Launceston pushing hard late in the half here. This was a good chance and a really sharp save by Griffiths. He's been pretty solid in goal for Uni. And here was the corner, whipped in. The wind took it to the back post, floated over. Bodies, Millington beaten in the air this time by Bartlett. The clash of the number threes. He nodded it up. The heads had dropped, and they thought, well, it's going to be 1-1 at half time. Wasn't to be. We saw just a long thump up the field from Merry. Hughes-Lute give it a shove. He certainly made the most of it. He certainly let the ref know, and the ref said, all right, I'm paying it. And coolly dispatched by the Bull to restore University's lead. You'd say Launceston City may have just shaded the game. Certainly they've had more of the ball, and they've probably created a couple more chances, but they've been real clear-cut chances, and University obviously the beneficiaries of that penalty, and they've looked a threat from corners, and I think it'll be more of the same in the second half. They'll sit back University, they've got the lead, they'll make Launceston make all the running in this one. If they can pick them off the other way from corners, they'll look to do so.
Yes, very interesting half of football, that one, Drewster. I think the result, well, the way it's going at the moment, there's more goals in this one. And I think I seem to agree with you. Launceston City, probably the better of possession. Just more chances, but maybe not the better of the chances. I think University, when they went forward, they threatened. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the second 45. We'll leave you with a moment to warm up and get ready for what should be an enthralling second stanza. Do stay with us.
If you want it, do not have one of these. It was like, it's just not taste.
Right, boys.
You're going to sit up just here. Block all you're saying here. Raise your arm, Gilly. Raise your arm.
45 minutes stand in the way of University and a semi-final berth in the Victory Cup. It is freezing here at Warrior Park. The action on the pitch is pretty hot, Brewster. Very, very good first half. A good contest. Oh, and the camera's taking a tumble. We're all over the shop here.
Let's see.
The wind is howling in. The football almost about to get back underway.
Camera's gone. The bunker's been
We've
absolutely
lost the camera,
battered.
so if we are talking to you, you're not seeing much, but both teams are about to make their way back onto the pitch. University first out, and why not? They're up and about, Drewster. The underdogs are on top, a 2-1 lead. It was an interesting half. Launceston City, the better of it in general terms, in general play, played the better stuff, but in terms of the best chances, you probably have to give it to University. They are threatening greatly from the set piece.
Yeah, set pieces have absolutely been a real threat. And they'll probably look to play the second half in a similar manner, I'd imagine. They'll absorb Launceston's pressure, organise that compact defence. Obviously, the conditions make it pretty tough to have a good first touch, and we've just seen often the Launceston City players just with a heavy touch, and then there'll be a University boot in there to clear. It's making it pretty tough to play the passing round of football they'd like to. They might need to just change it up a little bit. Unfortunately, playing the long and strong and aerial balls plays into University's hands though, because they are such a physical and well-built team. They're a very sizable line-up, so the conditions I think have helped University as Jai David lays this one off, and it'll be chipped forward there by Davies, and so close to being 3, and what a start to the half that would have been, Damien.
It would have been a goal from more or less nothing. Good ball and well-posed questions. I think it was Davies that brought it in. Smith almost made the goal with his effort in the air with the boot.
It just deflected onto Huxley's leg, and nearly an innocuous goal there from Luke Huxley. Jeez, 3-1 will be very hard to come back from. 2-all though is a chance here, but just a bit too much carry on the ball, and Griffiths beats Campbell to it. He'll just get it out of here. Kicking with the wind this half, you can see how much it's picked up. He was really struggling to make halfway in the first half, and he's just gone the length with that one.
I'd like to see him take his goal kicks now as well with the wind.
He probably will.
Yeah.
He is a real an issue. It's kind of hard for us to gauge how strong it is. Sort of swirling in one direction, but it seems to be going straight down the pitch now, which will really help University.
Speaking of one direction, they're on hiatus come June next year, I think it is, and I reckon you're a shattered man, Drewster. Big directioner. This is pumped long one in the air by Hoogsloot, one down from Shuley.
Didn't know that.
There as they hustle and bustle.
Okay. All right.
It's Hoogsloot. He squirts this one out of play. Not his best effort.
I'll shed a tear for one direction. I don't actually know what they sing. I've avoided them pretty well.
Big Harry Styles man is the Drewster. They're throwing now for Shuley.
Who the hell is Harry Styles? You've
down
lost
the
me.
line it goes. Flicked on by Matarazzi. Won by the big Lex Luthor, and he finds David. They're away now. Oh, Menahu cuts it off. Butler just very agriculturally helps it on its way. Well worked by Campbell. Worked his opponent under the ball. Play goes on down the flank. Some good work between DeGhetto. And it's come in, and it's a quick shot from Agusu. Well blocked. Play goes on. Launceston City with it. It's Matarazzi. Finds Agusu. Weaves it well. Millington for company. Can't beat Hoogsloot. Gets the boot in. And students should escape now.
Oh, well done, Davies, on that shot block. That was 2-all. Did really well to get his leg in the way, and now they look to come back out with Launceston playing with some intent here, picking up the speed of their passing. That's cut out by McGregor. Up the field now to Booger. And he's hustled off the ball by Campbell. Just held him off it. In the end, it'll be a University throw though, because sheer weight of numbers win out. McGregor to take the throw in. He's looking for Jai David, but just had a bit too much fizz on it, and Duffy can play it upfield to DeGhetto. And McGregor calmly takes away, and again just lofts it down the line. Bit of an aimless ball, that one. Bright start from Launceston here in the second half after surviving a little scare at the other end where Smith launched into the legs of Huxley. That would have made it 3-1. A long way back from there. Here's a Menahu. Go down the line. And the big bull getting his large frame in the way and getting a boot out of play. He's been good so far, the bull. Been a real force in midfield today.
Big Lex Luthor, he He's not a young chap, but geez, he's still a very, very quality player. DeGhetto wins it in midfield, finds a Gusu, taken off him by Davies with a dive. Just helps it over the top, finds DeGhetto, brings down. Acrobatically tries to help with Goldwood. As Campbell comes in and keeps University honest, but they'll have a goal kick.
So he's taking his own goal kicks this half, but that one left a bit to be desired, and that was poor. Not his best work there. Millington needed to just clear it instead off the side of the boot, shanking it. It'll invite Launceston City to bomb on forward here. Here's DeGhetto. Well, not the best minute of football you'll ever see this one. Error after error here, and it'll be a University throw-in back the other way.
You see Northern Rangers in the background just gearing up ahead of their big clash to follow this one. As a Gusu traps it on the edge of the box, nips inside, fires a strike, it fizzes high and long beyond the goal frame. You'll see this again, a Gusu. He is a tricky customer, and a player City need to have more of the ball if they are to reel in this University lead. As it's Griffiths again to bring it in. Taking his own goal kicks now, which I like from the kid. Oh, cheeky goes short. Finds Merry. Those long legs get it moving. It's a decent ball. Flicked on with perfection from Hoogsley. David loses it. Hoogsley tries to win it back, but it's good work from Matarazzi. He nips by a couple and draws a foul. Nice bit of work from Matarazzi. Another one of those Launceston City young guns. A key to their improvement this year has been how a lot of the players have really risen up. Swept out to the far side. Campbell brings it under his spell. It's bustled into, I think it's Booger, who's come well into the back of Matarazzi there. Clear foul. It'll be a free kick for Launceston City, and one in a relatively dangerous area.
Yeah, good chance to whip one in here. It's the wind blowing back towards them, so it could make life difficult for the keeper if they can just tease one in. It's going to be Campbell to take. What's he got here? He's got 5 shirts to pick out in the area. Just waiting for the ref to give the all clear here. Certainly in no hurry. Now finally the ref says play on, and Campbell will tease one in here. It's a dangerous ball. It goes through bodies, and oh, there's a chance there for Butler, but he couldn't quite bring it under his spell, and attack clear. Launceston City probing here. They feel like they've got goals in them. I'm not convinced that the 2 Uni have will be enough. This one's hacked clear by Merry. Up the field it goes. The wind takes a hold of that, and it's going to go all the way through to Smith at the other end. Just chip it forward. Battle on in midfield. Launceston City can charge forward. They've turned it over. Here's McGregor. Shifts it wide to Lagoo. And Amenahue deals with him very comfortably, and then we'll play it back to Smith. He's closed down by Ronald John. Now the 2 number 4s coming together, Matarazzi and Booger. And it spills out a play for a Launceston City throw. Starting to get a little bit on top early in the half here at Launceston City. Going to assert themselves. So Amenahue down the line. And they'll chip it forward, and no one to aim for though. Again, they just hack it forward into the corners. Getting chased there is Lagoo. Amenahue puts it out of place, so they'll get the throw in a good area here, University. It's going to be McGregor to take. He's got the rampaging bull on short, and the veteran just lays it off for him. Then he whips one into the back post. Or a good header from Huxley is saved by Smith. Oh, very nearly 3-1. There's been a foul adjudged, has there? Yes, Huxley might have been offside. It's a very soft foul if he's paid a foul against him. It was a great save. Can only assume it was an offside call. Got absolutely no view of the linesman from our bunker here. So, not too sure. In the end, Smith will take the kick. Wide area. So, yeah, an earlier infringement.
Yeah, I was going to say it didn't look like Hoogsley was offside, and he certainly didn't foul in the process, but great save nonetheless from David Smith. He's picked up from Hoogsley. He finds McGregor. He'll run at them. He runs away again. He's done well. He's beaten Butler. He puts into the box looking for John. It's off Duffy and it's out of play. It should be a corner, and it is.
It's a good play again there from McGregor. He's
superb.
Shown a real willingness to push on the fullback. Been very impressed with his performance today. As the wind picks up again here at Warrior Park. Might create a bit of chaos for the corner. So the ball's whipped in, the wind will take a hold of this. It's headed down and deflects, it's bouncing around. Huxley pokes it home! 3-1 University. It's eventually bundled over. I think it might be Millington who scored again.
I think it's Millington with a double. He's just helped it home. Hoogsley pretty well sent it on its way. But Millington made sure of it, as we'll see it again. It's come in. Hoogsley with the first involvement. It's off Bartlett. He knew little about it. Oh, Shuley's seen away from Smith. And then it's Hoogsley poked through the legs of Butler. Sits there. Millington rattles it in. 3-1 University.
Oh, it's chaos in the box. And Uni again with the set piece. They have caused some headaches all day from the set piece. Another goal from a corner. 3-1. And Launceston City with it all to do. A real boil over in the making here at Warrior Park. The students have come to play, and they're on the verge of a big upset here. How will Launceston respond? It was Millington at the double. Would have got good odds on that pre-game, I reckon. The defender is shifting it wide now is Lagoo. Can he get the ball in here? No, Amanda Hughes done well just to escort him out of play. It's been a good battle between those two. And certainly gets it back quickly to Smith. There's real pressure on Launceston now to make something happen. They're going to find 2 goals. It was a scrappy goal, and Shuley in the end was the man who deflected away from his keeper Smith, who appeared for all the world to be about to pick it up. So not a great moment there. Young defender in University will play it out, and they'll get the throw in here. Davies goes down the line, straight to Shuley, who nods it out of play. Again, it'll be Davies. He goes to Jai David, who controls it and looks to work it into the box. Davies will get there first, and his chip ball to the back post is chased down by Smith, and he lets it run out of play. He had Lagoo after it, but was never going to get there. A tough one, but with a 3-1 lead. It's Launceston City who need the ball to be played up the other end of the ground here. Thumping for header forward, but it's cut out. And then University taking control of this one. Here's Booger. Gets around a couple, and then DeGhetto. Looked like he might have fouled him, but the referee says play on. Campbell now. He turns, and Huxley again with those long legs breaking up the play, and they force the turnover. So the Northern Rangers support group to our left have just rocked up for the next game. Rather enjoying this showing from University. Certainly letting their Northern rivals know all about the current scoreline at 3-1. Davies with the throw. You go into the head of Huxley for a bad option, and getting to his back a little bit was Bartlett. It'll be another throw in for University, so they'll just slowly work their way up the line. They're in no hurry at all with a 2-goal lead. Davies again goes down the line, again to Huxley, again Shuley this time getting in his back, play on this time. And Jai David, some nice footwork there, but he did broadcast it a little bit to Aruja, who cut it out. Now Launceston coming back the other way, but again McGregor there to break up the play. What a game he's had, McGregor. Outstanding, and there's some fancy footwork there from Lagoo, plays it on further. And wanting a foul, but not getting it. As Launceston come back the other way, but some really nice footwork there on the wing, and again it's sloppy coming out from the back there by Shuley. He's passed it straight out of play. DeGhetto not happy with that one, not happy with the service he's receiving. Davies again will take the throw in. Jai David telling him where he wants it, and he says no, I'm going to go short instead to Ronald John. Bounces around, ping-ponging around in there. Now coming forward is Huxley, who's hacked down rather crudely, and that's a clear foul and a slice of cheese. Well, he's at it there for Bartlett. This was a rather poor challenge. Clear cheese.
You can't be doing that too.
Meanwhile, live play is they've taken the free kick quickly because there's a man infringing in an attempt to try and get Baruta booked, and it may well have worked, I think. Well, they're going to take the set piece again anyway.
Interesting to say Hall not rock the top knot. Tell you what, I reckon it's a disease on our game, the top knot.
Yeah,
Too much of it.
I'll back you up on that one.
It's a shocker. Unless you're co-starring in Kill Bill, get out of it. It's a shocker. A top knot should only be accompanied by a samurai sword. Get it off the football field. I'm going to keep going unless play goes on. Bull, hurry up and take it. And he does. Chips it over the top. A deft little touch from him. It falls for a strike. Hoogsley picks it up. He's offside.
Yeah, just straight from an offside position. He doesn't agree though. I thought there was a defender very close to the line, but play on not allowed. Huxley is looming large there in the box. Here is the two-time goal scorer Millington sitting on a brace, the defender. How about that for a bit of a cup hero?
An unlikely brace. He probably has Hoogsley to thank for a bit of his second goal, and also, to be honest, surely, because that was going straight into the arms of Smith. And I reckon there would be some choice word from his father and coach, Lino, as the ball just bounces around. It's picked up from University, and they play it forward, plenty of space, and Smith picks it up. Half an hour for Launceston City to reel in this lead from the students. It's off the boot of Menahu, seen clear, down the line looking for David. Bull, who's been enormous to be honest, puts it along the line. David brings on his spell for a little bit. The goo hustles and bustles, but it's out for a throw-in. Yeah, the big bull, Lex Luthor.
Not what I describe as a rampaging bull. He's not been covering the turf usually, but tell you what, wherever he's gone, he's had a big impact, a big physical presence. His passing has been good. An audacious pop from range. Never looked like going in.
Absolutely love that from Jai David. You're sitting on the 2-goal buffer. Why not just rattle off the most? That would have been an absolute screamer if that just howled into the net. Not a chance though, and it looks like Launceston City have seen enough. Time for them to make a change, and it looks like the Gusu's making way, and Andy Compain to take his place. So on comes Compain.
Yeah, I like the move. Agusu's been pretty well held today. Hasn't been his day. Get Compain out there, see if he can make something happen up top. He's got goals in him. And they need to do something because this game just slipping away from them at the moment. So a long kick from Smith, holds up in the breeze, and the ball again wins it and dobs it forward, but it'll go straight back to Smith. He and Huxley have just bossed that midfield today, the Southern Championship team. Spread it. This one launched, and again it's direct. Again it's headed clear. Not going to have a lot of success with the long balls, I don't reckon. They charge forward. This is looking promising. It's a good pass from Bartlett. It's played into Ghetto. He tried to sneak it in near post. Oh, fumbling there was Griffiths. Nearly made things very awkward for himself there. Need to hold that one first time. It was Compain that come in and was just sensing a chance.
Jeez, I tell you what, Griffiths
Twice.
Oh, he's actually
The
just
double
tossed that
fumble.
straight into his leg.
Double fumble. He fumbled the pickup too. That will get you into trouble on a wet day.
He's done well not to concede from that, really, as it's pumped long from Griffiths, brought down with a weird-looking flick on volley, but done well to find Hoogsley, and he's the man you want to find. To Bull, puts it wide to no one in particular. To Ghetto, plays it straight into the fullback and out for another throw-in.
Really not sure who the ball was passing to there.
The Bull does what the Bull does. Oh, nice little bit of work from your boy, Ronald John, 2 first names.
Oh, he's been robbed there, Ronald John. I'm usually very distrustful of a man with 2 first names, but I do like Ronald John, what he's brought to the field, and he was blatantly robbed there.
He's been trusty on the pitch. Oh, as it comes in and Hoogsley just swings a vicious foot at it. Looks to pick it up again with a contest. He does. Nods it knowingly down the line. It's picked up from Ronald John to Hoogsley. Chips over the top exquisitely. Puts it into the danger area. Oh, it's Legoo who's there. He meets it and he clutters into Smith. We might have to see a replay. It's out for a goal kick as it looks. I think Legoo won the ball. Be interested to see what Smith collected. You see here Legoo, he picked it up. Smith gets, to be honest, Smith gets nothing.
He gets the man. So what? He's probably lucky the ball had gone away. If the ball was still in the area, the ref's probably going to call a penalty there.
Yeah, I
but
think.
Of course, it's gone away harmlessly. I reckon he's going, oh yeah, no big deal with it. If that's a live ball,
that's a pen.
It probably should be a pen anyway. Truth.
Yeah.
He's taken him out. So fortuitous perhaps here, Launceston City. And now coming back the other way is Bartlett. He's made tried to make things happen in this half, Bartlett. So far to no avail. And they'll clear their lines again. How good was the chip from Hoogsley to set up that chance, by the way? Just
Let's be
over
honest.
the top.
Hoogsley, just party time for him. Get the party crackers out. He's just extracting the urine at times here is Lukey Hoogsley. Dynamite player. And I honestly mean this. I think he's one of the best in the state. And he's not playing Victory League, which is a real shame, and I think he needs to next season. Because we need to see more of this sort of football on show regularly in the top flight. So throwing now, McGregor in for the big ball, time to touch and puts it down the line, flicked on by the Duff man. And he'll find his keeper, David Smith, to unleash Shuley. The rain gets it running a little bit and Shuley wraps his boot around it. University win it back and it's with Ronald John. Tries to be all too tricky. Shuley will see it out. Another throw in.
So the students will be more than happy with the ball to be up this end of the ground, and they're probably looking the more threatening of the two sides. They're not the ones chasing the game. Jai David's touch was a little heavy, but the ball was across to cover. Oh, lovely work there by Bartlett. He's been one of Launceston's best today as the ball sprays out wide, and Smith will chase this one down and roll out of play and be a goal kick. Bartlett has toiled hard. He hasn't had a lot of support, it has to be said. Ghetto's tried to be involved, but I've got to say, the back four of the students have shut them down pretty well. Merry and Millington, pretty imposing partnership at the heart of the defence. Davies and McGregor, pretty solid as fullbacks themselves. And McGregor's pushed on a bit. Davies has been more stay back and defend, but it's been impressive. The ball, of course, just shielding that back four in that defensive midfield role. Hoogsley working both ways. It's a very resolute University side. It's just proved a pretty tough nut to crack for Launceston. Can they do so here as De Ghetto? Or is it back? And it's he and Bartlett are looking the most likely for them to make something happen. And they've got him behind here. Bartlett with the cross, but it's again hacked clear. Repelled for now. The Bartlett and De Ghetto combination do look like their best avenue to goal here, Launceston.
Throw in now. Bartlett tosses it in. Helped high and out of play from Campbell. So time slowly getting away from Launceston City. It looks like they'll make a second change here, Drewster. Who have we got coming on? It might be Rodman. It is Rodman. So it'll be Rodman to come on, one of their young up-and-comers. De Ghetto to make way. Probably hasn't been his day, De Ghetto.
He's done some nice link-up play, but there's been no real end product from him. He's been pretty well negated by this centre-back pairing. Again, Griffiths, launch one. It's well flicked on, very well flicked on indeed by Hoogsley. Jai David to give chase, but Duffy was first there, and he goes back to Smith, who just launches it straight to the wind. The big pull rising high. Back the other way, Hoogsley wins it. Runs into his own man. Somehow keeps a hold of it, can't dispossess him, and then he just lays it back to McGregor.
Looking for David, it's one away and it's with City now through Bartlett. He's got Bull keeping him company. Oh, Hoogsley slides in to perfection, wins it back for the Bumblebees before they go through Bull. Looking out wide on the left. It's Legoo looking to track it down. The line beats everyone and it's out for a goal kick. Luke Hoogsley. Take a bow. On fire here at Warrior Park. Looks like a change is in order. Fresh legs for the students. They'll have we got coming on? It looks like it might be... That might be Gift O'Shea there. Have to double check. So it'll be your man, Ronald John, to come off. 2 first names to park. Just double check. I think it is Gift. Used to apply his trade here for the Warriors. Yep, it is Gift O'Shea. So he's a former Warrior. A handy player and a handy replacement at this time of the game. Pump long from Smith, beyond halfway. It's one in the air by Hoogsley. Shoveled past him by Ruder, and it's Rodman who wins the ball in the bullseye but loses it. Luckily it falls to Bartlett. He does well to navigate a couple and find Shuley. Shuley wraps it around. It's a nice ball. Almost finds Compain. It's McGregor who wins it. Mary hooks it further. David on the ball with a bit of time to measure a pass. Finds O'Shea. He looks inside. Oh, almost threads the needle, but it's cut off from Duffy. Ruder. They need him to get involved and get on top. Through to Shuley. From the bullseye. Guides it out to the right. It's picked up by Legoo. He looked to breeze away. Oh, he's played it straight to Amenahu in Launceston City. Maybe a little bit fortunate on that occasion. Forward for Compain. He's bustled into from Legoo, and it'll be a free kick for Launceston City. Played quickly from Duffy out to the right. It's Amenahu on it. He gets it into the box, but it's straight to University. And help down the line from Davies. Nobody home in a yellow shirt. Butler does well. Finds Shuley. He just help it up the park, and Merry will nod it away. Duffy now on the ball. Chips it out in front. Flicked on from Rodman. And yet again, Griffiths there. Just to clutch onto it. Healthy lead for University to hold on to here. Pump forward from Griffiths. Edge of the box, it's picked up by Smith. To Duffy. Gets it through. Bartlett in a fair bit of space. Now he's got Hoogsley riding shotgun, and Hoogsley does well, wins the ball. But maybe takes a little bit too much Bartlett with him. It'll be a free kick. It's a throw in. Throw in coming in. It's with that man Bartlett. Yet again he has Hoogsley riding shotgun. It's Butler who just bustles into David. Play goes on with advantage. So Chale with the ball. He just runs with it, loses it. Duffy now sends it the other way. Launceston City need to get something going. Bounces away from Campbell, who'd made a dangerous run down the left flank. Fortunately, too much pepper on it. Ball out of play, much to the joy of University.
Yeah, got to say they're not looking particularly likely at the moment, Launceston City. University looking pretty comfortable, sitting back as a foul on the ball will allow them just to eat a little more clock, and yeah, you wonder how long before they can find this second goal. If it goes on too much longer, it might be a little bit too much for them. At the moment, it's University looking pretty well in control. They'll lob this one forward to the figure of Jai David. He flicks on to himself. He's in the end played a pretty nice pass for Ruta, and back the other way now will come Launceston City. Substitute across now to Bartlett. He's been busy. Lack support. That's a nice little chip ball over the top to Compain though. What can he do? He drills it across the face. I think the keeper going to touch on that one.
Looked like
it should be a corner here. And Compain just hammering it across the face. Had no one making a run to the 6-yard box though. And the keeper does pretty well. Might have just been sneaking in. Campbell making that back post run, but Launceston City, here's a chance for them. They whip the corner, and it's a dangerous ball. Jai David gets back in defence and wins the header. And then flicked on, that's surely a foul against Bartlett. And a slice of cheese and he's off. Well,
oh, Bartlett.
He's second
That's his
yellow.
day done.
He's been the most likely. Oh, I tell you what, that's a very soft yellow card.
Jeez, very soft yellow.
He sent it to the raised elbow. I think he's just resting the arm on the shoulder while they're competing. That's a very harsh yellow. He's already got one, so he's off. And, well, it's going to take a Herculean effort now for Launceston to level it up. A man down, 2 goals down. You'd have to say the students, it'd be a hell of a choke to lose from here now. The extra man, Launceston City. Well, look like they're going out of the cup. It's going to be a real boil over here. down to 10 men, Lonnie City. A harsh decision for mine. So the red card to Bartlett, who in truth had looked one of the only players for Launceston likely of making something happen. It's a real uphill battle now. Flicked on. This one will go out for a goal kick. And if you're Launceston now with, well, no, it's taking a touch off Launceston place to be a corner. If you're Lonnie now, I think it's going to be harder even with 10 men, but you've got to roll the dice. You've got to push men on forward, even if it means you risk conceding a fourth. It's all or nothing in the cup. Might as well roll the dice and start throwing plenty of bodies forward. Going to be a very, very tough job though. Now an extra man, corner played in. The rebound to the bull. He didn't really have much conviction on the shot. He tried to just steer it in. Maybe he should have just launched it. The University throw.
To be truthful, if you see a Launceston City game from afar and hear red card, generally followed by the name Nathan Bartlett, as David weaves his way through. Oh, he fires a shot from an acute angle. Smith saves. Far too easy from David there. Just wandered on through. Sees again. Not much of an effort from Butler and Shuley, to be honest. They just let him go about his business. Good save from Smith. He fired up the troops after. Looks like maybe they're gone upstairs. They're very shot, I think, Launceston City. I think they're very, very flat. And I think this one's maybe beyond them. Bull sends in. Flicked away from a header. It's Sets. It's Legoo. He fires into a teammate in Hoogsley. And City see it clear.
Yeah, very nearly another one here. Could have been 4-1. If it wasn't game over already, that would have been. And, yeah, Hoogsley blocking his own man shot in the end. Goes back to live action. They throw into the students here on the right hand side. 15 minutes to go. The game very much in their pocket now. They've just got to see it out. Throws in towards Jai David. Getting back across was Matarozzi. Surely clears the danger. But only as far as Mary, who's been an imposing figure at the back today, Mary. Been very rock solid, the big fella. Liam Millington. Very good centre-back pairing. Davies goes to throw down the line. Should just roll out a play. No, he keeps it in, goes to Smith. He needs to get him moving. He's been closed down there and forced a panicked effort in Hoogsley with somewhat of an audacious half-volleyed attempt from 40 yards. It sends a very ugly ball out of play. It'll be a goal kick. 15 minutes left here. And you've got to say, there isn't a lot of hustle out there from the Launceston players. They do look like they might have just resigned themselves to the fate of defeat.
Yeah, it's looking that way. No tomorrow in the cup contest, of course. I think the quote yesterday on the news, I tuned in to Win News, and I heard Dane Hudson say there's no next week. It's just back to mowing the lawn and going horse riding. So an interesting quote from the great man Dane Hudson, Northern Rangers quote, but he's right. There is no next week for the losers. Ochea squares it up from the byline, overshoots his ball though, and it's out of play.
Dane's Northern Rangers team coming up next year. Warrior Park taking on the champions Olympia. Should be a cracking contest.
I'm really excited, to be honest. It's the first time Northern Rangers have had a full strength lineup all season.
Tell you what, they finished the year in some good form too, didn't they?
To be honest, they've timed it well in terms of Victory Cup. Shoulder Anderson is a huge in for them up top. They really lacked a physical presence, a real striker up there. He's certainly that, and he's given them plenty. And I don't know, I smell an upset in that one as well. They might just keep on coming in. Of course, we'll bring it all live to you over sliceofcheese.net, so just stay with us throughout your afternoon. As the ball comes back to the City defence to Smith. He plays it wide. It's a shocker. Nobody home. Not sure who that was meant for, Drewster. But it doesn't find him anyway. It's a throw-in for the University.
Yeah. The towel has just about been thrown in here by Lonnie City. We've seen stranger things happen in the cup, but 2 goals and a man down. It looks pretty unlikely, and against the University side that have been well worth the victory. They have defended stoutly. This one's hooked across the switch. Have they got anyone chasing after it? Leading all comers was McGregor. He has just embodied this University side today. He has worked so hard out there. He's been a rock at the back, and he's got forward and picked his moments. And that's what the students have done today. They've picked their moments. They've really hurt them on set pieces. Now a chance here for Ruder to make something happen, but it's a pretty tame effort in the end. Not catching Griffiths unaware. He just hold up the play and launch it long. But they've done the job today, University. And now they just need to close it out, which I expect they will do. He's taking off here with the green gloves there, Berger. What are your thoughts on those ones? You've certainly been critical of the gloves throughout the year, Damo.
Oh yeah, they've got a bit about them, don't they? They're matching the boots too.
Yeah, I like it.
As it comes, oh, bobbling ball almost catches Smith off guard. He tips it wide. Lukey Hoogsley. We'll see this again, just a little spinneroony, and then he fires it off.
Oh, the turn shot from near on halfway, if you don't mind.
There we go, Lukey Hoogsley, the man they call Skinhead. What a shot. He's been on fire this afternoon. Been one of the real difference makers for the students.
Oh, he's said he's got no interest in the Victory League, but open up your checkbooks, Victory League clubs, I reckon. Make him an offer he can't refuse. Here's Jai David. Oh, cuts onto his right, cuts back onto his left. Oh, well defended in the end, though. It was well done by Matarazzi. He just saw out of trouble. I thought Jai David was just lining up a special there for a moment, shifting from side to side, but very nicely defended.
An update from across the river. 0-0 still. And apparently Somerset giving a decent account of themselves. Probably the best chance of the game so far. Up against a real juggernaut in South Hobart. The ball comes down the left. It's Shuley on it. Oh, Hoogsley across. Wins the ball and he's at the races. Runs away with it. Plays long and strong. It's out in front of Legoo, but it will be Smith who wins it. It's Amenahu on it. He's run it out of play, so it'll be a throw in. McGregor to toss this one back into play. This game swiftly looking beyond Launceston City, Drewster. Less than 10 minutes to go, and though Amenahu showing some fight, but you've got to say the resistance has lessened. Partly due to being reduced to 10 men, but also the enthusiasm not really looking there as it's played wide for O'Shea. He should be able to keep it in. He doesn't as it runs away from him on the synthetic of Warrior Park. So we see this again from Hoogsley. I'll have this, thanks. You're going nowhere.
Trying to nutmeg you, Hoogsley. You're having a laugh. You're not nutmegging that, lad.
What a gun.
So the game does look done here. And Launceston conjures something up from nowhere. It is the cup. You know, they get a goal here and puts the pressure on University in the final few moments. You never know. We saw 2 goals in the blink of an eye to win the first half. But they do look a little bit short. Can they get forward now? Manarozzi quickly does that. That's a nice ball. Campbell turning with it nicely, but on his tail, as he has been all day. McGregor won that battle, turned it over, bobbing up here on the right-hand side. Now Jai David leaves it across, and he might get the return ball. Is he offside? He surely is. To be a good metre or two offside there, Jai David made his run very early. And surely the bodies need to fly forward now for Launceston. Get them up there, launch this one long. They've got very little time if they're going to make something happen. It's looking like the students to cause the boil over and advance to the semi-finals.
Play from Duffy to Shuley. Oh, he sold him under trouble and given it straight to O'Shea. Forward for Legoo, puts it out in front of David, but it's the David of the Launceston variety. That's David Smith, and he collects and throws out for Launceston City. But it's becoming very, very, very tough for Launceston City. It looks like they might make a change. Egan to come on. Got coming off.
Jai David off.
Jai David off. DePoli on for him. It was Egan on for somebody. We had someone come off for Launceston City. I couldn't quite see from my vantage point. I think it was Butler. Yeah, it was Butler. So Butler off. And 2 changes. A change either way. University well in control here though at Warrior Park. Away from home, they had the home ground advantage. They opted to play it here, and been good for them as it's played in from DePoli, maybe just a little too gently. It's picked up by Smith, and Launceston City might be away here. No, it's picked up well by Booger. It sits for Hoogland. Tries a speculative strike, and it rolls along the wet turf of Warrior Park and out harmlessly to the left. Goal kick now for David Smith.
So Smith will launch it long. Hard task into this breeze. Flick forward, cleared out of there by Millington. He's going to rock at the back. Duffy heads it back to Smith. Not really threatened while they've chased this game. That's a good ball over the top to Campbell, but again, across to Keller is the big fella, Merry. That will describe his disposition at the end of 90 minutes, one would imagine. That's surely handball. Ref hasn't spotted it. So we play on. System try and conjure something up here. Compain looking to turn, but dispossessed there by Berger. They'll shift it to the right again. And Merry tries to launch it out of there. It's blocked though, and then he heads it out of play. 5 minutes for Launceston City plus some stoppage time as they try and find something. There's the handball, very lucky. Get away with that one, you'd imagine. As University now carrying it out. Is that a foul? It is. That'll allow them to relieve the pressure. Eat up some more time. It's job almost done here. Some smiles on the faces of the students' players. And Launceston, I think, at this stage, looking a little bit resigned to their fate. And it's going to be disappointment for them. A good season in the Victory League. But it seems like their improved season, a good season by their standards, is going to come to a disappointing end. There's a long range shift from Lex Luthor, which got Damien very excited, and then a poor effort from Lagoo, where he should have just dinked it over into the back of the net, and he's butchered it.
The follow-up, and he's just done the old, I missed, but I'm limping. Try and cover up. Here we go. Hoogs loot to Bull, and Bull just rattles it off. Good save from Smith. Simply should have finished the follow-up Lagoo. But nonetheless, I don't think it's going to matter. University in control in the driver's seat, in the cockpit. They're on fire. Hoogs lead at the centre of most things. And this man too, McGregor, been very good down the flank. Throwing now.
Outstanding, McGregor. Certainly be one factoring into the best on ground discussions.
Just played forward, and yet again Smith there to collect. Pummels it forward, brought down from Ruder to Egan. Shovels it into the path of Compain, and it's out on the left for Rodman. Oh, the line beats him. It's been a tough day for Launceston City. I don't think they enjoy Warrior Park. I don't think they would have liked... I think they would have preferred to play University on their home at Linda Grove, but they would have been playing in snow if it did go ahead, as it's Griffiths to bring it back in. University, though, you got to say, the better team. They've had better chances and they've taken them, as DePoli looks to get involved off the pine. Swept forward from Matarazzi. Drops it off for Compain. He does well. Gets a ball out to Campbell, who's been rather subdued. Rattles off a shot. It's blocked by Merry. Falls at the edge of the box. Brought inside for Compain. He weaves around one, but can't beat the big Lex. The big bull sees it out of play.
Yeah, the big bull has just done the job shielding that back four today. They've just been resolute. They've been hard to break down, and now a chance on the counter as Lagoo lofts one over the top, and that should favour Smith. As it just rolls off the slippery surface here. And if they're going to do something, Lonnie, they're going to want to do it now, and that's not the way to do it, by throwing it straight out of play. And surprised they took that quickly. Here's McGregor bombing on. Perhaps a little surprised at this stage of the game that the fullbacks would be advancing, but as he plays it down the line, and they're going to keep hold of the ball. Here's the chance for the ball! Oh! 4-1 if you don't mind.
Oh, on the celebration! Lex Luthor up and about, puts it in the bottom corner. What a finish from the Bull. What a hit.
He's drilled it bottom corner.
I tell you what, put on a platter though. Look at the space ahead of him. It was just sat there, and a sumptuous strike from the veteran. Puts it in the bottom right. Good night, Irene. Job done, University. They bomb on to the semi-finals, Drewster.
And a very excited Damien Gill. How to get him up and about. Have his man the ball launch one. He was going truly up and about, more so than the goal scorer. It's a cracking hit though. And 4-1, just an exclamation mark on what's been an outstanding performance. There's McGregor again winning a battle. He's done it all day. Draws the foul and a slice of cheese. Just for a bit of salt in the wounds. This one's over, and what a result. I did say early in the broadcast, I sensed University were good for an upset today, but I certainly didn't see a 4-1 coming. I thought it was going to be a real arm wrestle of a battle, but they've deserved this. They've been the better team, and they've taken their chances. 4-1, they'll march on to the semis. And how far can this side go? Can they just sneak into a final, perhaps? Do they want a fifth? Crossed in and headed home. It's 5-1. Luke Hughesloot makes it 5 if you don't mind. What a cross that was. And they are just in party mode now, University. Lukey Hughesloot nodding home. It was a cracking cross. Put on a platter. And he nods it into the corner. An exclamation mark indeed on this performance. 5-star Olympia, Damo.
Wow,
Olympia
wow, what?
Beauty. What am I on about?
They're playing like Olympia at this point in time. Luke Huxley did look good in blue, I reckon. I think the Warriors would like what they're seeing from the big fella. That really just puts a cherry on top. And now, to be honest, it looks like a smacking. Launceston City have dropped their bundle in the latter part of this game. Obviously chasing it, which makes it tough, a player down, but they haven't put their best performance out there today, Launceston City.
They certainly haven't. The heads have dropped and they looked rather defeated, and University have not stopped playing and have not stopped pressing on. They are going for more and more goals. They are absolutely loving this. Instead of foul, no play on. Big chance. This is their opportunity on the big stage. Uni, and they have given a great account of themselves, and they're still working hard. 5-1 up in stoppage time, and they're still pressing on. And Luke Hughesloot with a well-deserved goal there. He's been outstanding today. Deserved a goal for his performance. As has the Bull, the 4th and 5th goal scorers for their team. Those two have just dominated the midfield. They've completely owned that department. Certainly, you wonder how much Launceston have missed Dom Rossi today. It's really been noticeable, and Hughesloot in doing some nice work, and the referee lets a little push go there. It doesn't matter, it's turned over. We're just playing out time now here. 5-1 University, what a result. What a turn up this has been. As we tick towards the end, been well worth the victory. They've fought hard, they've defended brilliantly, and in truth in the second half, Launceston have not thrown a lot at them. They've not looked particularly likely. They had a little bright period of 10 or 15 minutes, but as soon as the man got sent off, that was it.
And that's full time. University into the semi-finals of the Victory Cup. The most unlikely of results, up against the highly fancy Launceston City, a club that had improved so much in 2015. The students have done the job and put themselves in the semi-finals, and they'll bomb on with some confidence. 5-1 win here at Warrior Park. Drewster, talk us through the victory.
Yeah, well, as we've been saying, it was built largely from a rock-solid defence at the back. They were really troubled. Set pieces were where they really got them, though. This was the opening goal, and it set the tone. What a header that was. The first of two for Millington. He was outstanding, an absolute rock at the back, and when your centre back is getting forward and scoring 2 goals, you know it's going to be a good day. They got a couple of goals from corners. They got a penalty, which was from a free kick just lobbed into the area. Set pieces were where they dominated this contest, and in between, they were really solid. We saw Launceston City level just before half-time. We thought, right, game on. This is going to be a really tight second half. On play, yeah, you'd probably say 1-1 was probably a fair reflection. Then a penalty was awarded for a push in the back on Luke Hughesloot. The big ball stepped up, and Cooley slotted it home right before half-time to make it 2-1. And they went into the break happy. It was a real mad scramble for this one. Surely really took it away from his keeper. Hughesloot got a foot in. The centre-back Millington just making a nuisance of himself. Made it 3-1, and that was game over. Launceston scarcely fired a shot from then on. They had a man sent off, and then the goal of the game, absolute rocket, flinging himself at it off balance. A pile driver into the bottom corner from the big ball. He's second of the day. It It was then capped off moments later with a fifth absolute rocket of a cross. Can't provide better service than that. And Lukey Hughes says, thank you very much. I'll have a goal to take it away with a brilliant performance. What a result for University. A real turn up. 5-1 the final score.
Turn up for the books, and they really just capturing the imagination and the spirit of the Cup, Victory Cup. Of course, they've only just included the Northern Champions and the Southern Champions for the first time this year, and geez, I tell you what, Uni making the most of it. Good win here at Warrior Park. We'll be back with the next game, a mouth-watering tussle between the Victory League champions Olympia and a bit of a bogey side of theirs, Northern Rangers, a full-strength Northern Rangers. We'll have all the action here at sliceofcheese.net. Do stay with us.